Hey folks, Uncle Jesse here in Chelsea. Hey, I'm back, Chelsea. I'm right now in the between 24th and 23rd and 24th Street, 8th Avenue, where the CVS is. And you guys remember this used to be a 5 and 10 Lamston's. That's the way I remember it. Some people say it was a Woolworth. Some people, I'm not going to get into arguing. I'm going to tell you it was a Lamston's 5 and 10. And in the corner there used to be a place, I think it was called Stanley. And it was men's fine clothes, and there was a bar in the corner as well, and then of course the bowling alley upstairs, and then Lamston's went all the way to the corner, right from end to end. Now they divided it. Now it's only CVS, and in the corner there was the Gap, and that went out of business. So right now it's closed down because it's part of these landlords asking for so much money. Now across the street, let me tell you, across the street, right there in the corner, where the Mount Sinai, there used to be a Dairy Queen, I think. No, was it a Dairy Queen? Carvel? Yeah, it was an ice cream place. I think it was Carvel. Yeah, it was a Carvel in the corner. And then it was a jewelry store, like a pawn shop jewelry store. And then it was a radio, TV radio place right here, big place. And of course it was Marvin Shoes. Okay, Marvin Shoes. And then it was, of course, the famous Don't Cook Tonight, Eat Chicken Delight. Chicken Delight was there. And then in the corner was a bank many years ago. Now it's all, and then in the back there you can see the Cornish Arms, which has been also and then the co-ops here, co-ops still here. In the corner there where that Rite Aid is, used to be a lot of people don't remember that, but I remember because my mother used to go in there to Red Apple. So yeah, so I'm gonna take you on a tour today, a short tour, because my feet are killing me. My foot and ankle actually is killing me, so I'm gonna do a short tour for you guys because I love you guys. And I'm in Chelsea right now, and if you get, it's a New York Sports Club, and there used to be the bowling alley upstairs. Okay, that used to be the bowling alley on top of the Lamston's, and then Lamston's went all the way to the corner. It was a pretty big store, and this is what it is now. It's up for lease, you know. And it's closed. There used to be, last thing that was there was a Banana Republic. So yeah, it's kind of sunny out here. I don't know if you can see me. Folks, across the street right there in that corner used to be a donut shop. It was one of those donut shops where everybody knows each other, like at the bar Cheers. It was always the same people in there. And you would go in 2, 3 in the morning, and there was old folks in there buying, drinking a cup of coffee for 3 hours. Everybody knew each other in there, and it was there for many, many years. I remember my father, sometime late at night, used to stop by there, buy my mother some donuts and stuff. And then you see here, and you see the Chelsea Hotel is still there. I think some people bought it, and 23rd Street has really changed a lot. In the corner here, there used to be that corner there where the vitamin shop is. Used to be for a while there was a Bickford right there, and then there was a KFC. Believe it or not, there was a KFC there. A lot of people don't remember that. It didn't last that long, but this is the building there. And there used to be a Chinese restaurant, a fine Chinese restaurant near the corner. And then there was the liquor store is still there. It's been there forever. So let me go across the street and then go up 23rd Street. So folks, there goes the liquor store there. You can see behind that tree there. Liquor store been there for many years. There was like I said, there was a fine Chinese eating place there, and there was a lot of stores. There was a Petco there until late that closed down. And there goes 23rd Street. And now I'm going to show you. So folks, behind me is where the bank used to be. Now it's BBQs, and they already opened up, and people are eating outside. And behind me is the place called the Cornish Arms, and now it's called the Broadmoor. It's a residential area. There goes the building up here, pretty big building. And there used to be a supermarket here, D'Agostino, which is no longer there. Then D'Agostino left, and Dwayne Reed was there, and Dwayne Reed went out of business. And this place is 8th Avenue's changed a lot, like I mentioned last week. you know, the money hungry landlords want more money, and now all these businesses are closed down, and then the neighborhoods are, you know, going down. But this is where the Cornish Arms was, and it's all fancy now, and, you know. So, yep. And then there was a D'Agostino and something else, and then it went out of business. Let me show you the street. The Leo House. The Leo House has been there for many, many years. They just fixed it up. They did a little bit of fixing up, and that's the thing. Here we go. Let me show you this shortcut that goes from 23rd to 24th, and this is the famous shortcut. For years, everybody went through this shortcut to cut from 23rd to 24th Street, and it's a shortcut that's very well known. And let me show you. Here it is, and there's people always, for many years, people have always been going through it. This years ago, I remember when I was a kid, I saw my first movie in this theater. Now it says SVA Theater. This theater well, as far as I remember, when I went there to see, I think I went there to see my first movie in a theater, which was the Valachi Papers with Charles Bronson. You remember that, the Valachi Papers, where he rats out the mob and all that. A very good movie. And I think I went there to see my first movie there. I went to see a karate movie in there, in what was the RKO. I think it was RKO. Okay. But this theater has been here for many, many years on 23rd, between 23rd, on 23rd between 9th and 8th and 9th. And it's whatever it is. I'm going to show you across the street what used to be the Horn and Danica home, which is no longer there. And it doesn't look like a funeral home anymore. They actually put those, they fixed up that entrance in the bottom there. But many a times I went there to see people from the neighborhood, and unfortunately in that funeral home, Horn and Danica. I think now they're connected to those, to the one on 14th Street or up on 43rd Street or something. But anyway. I don't want to talk about funeral homes, but yeah, but the Leo House is still there, and all these new houses across the street, you know, all these buildings have been there for many, many years. These buildings have been there for many, many years, but now this building is new. Well, not new, but it wasn't there originally when I grew up. Let me show you. It's called the Cheney, like Dick Cheney. I don't know what's going on across the street there, but there's a whole bunch of people lining up with animals and dogs. They're taking pictures of dogs, animals. I don't know. People need to do something, right? So yeah, some people, you know, people need to do something, so they're out there with their dogs. I don't know what the hell they're doing. So it's kind of quiet out here. See, somebody was just calling me. I don't know who the hell keeps calling me. Really annoying. People are really freaking annoying calling. This is a new building here. Let me show you. Let me turn this. There you go. That building's there. They tore these two buildings down. They built that building in between the older ones. So yeah. So I'm on 23rd, heading toward 9th Avenue, and I'm gonna show you. There used to be a hotel here too, the Allington Hotel, I think it was. It was one of those rundown hotels, and it was across the street. And I think it was over there. Let me show you. Across the street there, right there where you see where it says West Side Tavern. That used to be the old Wilson Bar, and you know, Wilson Bar was a great place to hang out. It was an old Irish bar, and you know, and it was a place to hang out late at night, you know, and it was the place to be. I hanged in there many a times, came out of there 2 or 3 in the morning, and headed right home. Good place. I liked it. I enjoyed it. It was an old-fashioned bar. Everybody knew each other. They had a jukebox. They had a pinball machine in the back. Old-fashioned bar you don't see anymore, you know, very rare. and it's changing of the times. Across the street, there used to be. Let me show you. Okay, right there with that green where it says Chelsea Hyper Market, that used to be Corky's. It was a delicatessen, and you know, those delicatessen. Remember, they had the rotisserie chicken in the window, and all that stuff. Well, that used to be Corky's for many years. It used to be open. I don't know if it was 24 hours, but it used to be open late at night, and that was the place to go late at night to buy something, because you know, back then the stores were closed, and you know, you just had to find some place to, you know, very rare places were open, especially on Sundays. My father would go there, buy sometimes the newspaper if he missed out on the newspaper, and that was the place to be. So, and then in the corner where Chelsea Square, the diner is, that used to be a bar called the American Bar. I believe it was an old Irish bar called the American Bar as well, there in the corner. Also long gone, and you know, changing of the times in Chelsea. So let me walk toward 9th Avenue, folks, and show you what's going on over there. So folks, I'm going up to 9th Avenue now, and going toward 24th Street on the east side of the street. And let me show you across the street. There goes the London Terrace liquor store. It's been there for 99 years. I mean, as long as I remember. And this is the Christie's. This is the site that I posted something a couple of weeks ago where the manager got beat up by a homeless person. Unfortunately, there are people underneath there living, underneath there hanging out. And I think the manager tried to get them out, and the guy waited for him in the morning with a hammer and hit him over the head, almost killed him. But this is, yeah. Let me block this up a little bit here. There used to be a store here, a stationery store. Forgot the guy's name, but my mother used to go in there, buy magazines and cigarettes and newspaper. It was an old little stationery store there. And then in the corner used to be Wayland's, and Wayland's was like a pharmacy. It was like our CVS version in those days. You know, they sold medications, and they even had a luncheonette there where you can go and buy you know, soda and grilled cheese and stuff. I think they used to make stuff like that. And then there goes the London Terrace, the famous London Terrace. Been there since the 1930s, and 9th Avenue, and this is all changed. And you can see some buildings of the new Hudson Yards back there. Look at that. That wasn't there years ago. That building wasn't there. Look how building, that's coming from back there from the Hudson Yards, folks. Yeah. So a lot of change, folks. You know, a lot of change. If you've moved out of Chelsea 20 years ago, you come back, you won't recognize it. I mean, I come here all the time. I come here to visit my parents. They still live here, and once a week, sometimes twice a week. And it's just amazing. It's just amazing how this whole neighborhood has changed. You know, let me show you the Greek church there. I think it burned down in 1973, 74, something around there. I don't know. If somebody remembers, can correct me. But they rebuilt it, the Greek Orthodox Church. Over here in the corner used to be a pharmacy called Brennweiser, one of those old-fashioned pharmacies, and then it sold out, and then they opened up a place called Smokey's. It was a barbecue place, and then it was a Twin Donuts for a while, and now it seems to be, there was a restaurant there. They closed it down. You can see the exhaust on top and everything, and now it's open. They're renting it out. I think they're gonna work on it. Open to, but it goes across the street. There goes all that trash across the street in front of the Christie's, which is a shame because I never saw that, especially in front of a supermarket. You don't do that, but what are you gonna do? Changing of the times. Now let me cross the street. Let me cross the street here. I'm crossing 24th. I'm crossing 24th Street now. And oh yeah, there is something coming up here soon. it says coming soon. This is where the Budweiser used to be. And Cake Masters was also here. The Cleaners was here for a long time. Sullivan's Bakery used to be where the Cake Masters was. And then there used to be a kosher meat market here. And stationery store here. Beauty parlor, there was a beauty parlor here. And then there was a bank. And let's take you across the street. There goes where Pet Central is, with our beloved Jimmy's. And then the pizza shop, well actually the fish place, the fish market. And then there was a pizza shop was there. And there's something coming soon there. And there was the candy store there, Big Lou's candy store. There was a shoe repair place. There was a bunch of other places here. There was a washing machine place here toward the corner, and Grant's Bar. Right in the corner was Grant's Bar. Yep. Folks, in the corner of 25th and 9th used to be a parking lot belonging to the housing parking lot. They took the housing parking lot, sold the lot, and they built a building there. So if you come down 25th Street, 9th Avenue, looking for that parking lot, you haven't been here for a while, you won't see it. And again, there goes some of those buildings in the background there. And the Haywood building, which is still called the Haywood building, but it's a residential area now. And yeah. This is the residential building, and it looks disgusting. If I lived there and paid all that money, I wouldn't want. There's a bunch of garbage in front of the building. They have no place to dump the garbage. It's sitting on the sidewalk there. And this is before the pandemic. This is they just don't have no place to put the garbage. And it's disgusting. It really is disgusting. Folks, behind me, that used to be the Grant's Bar. But behind me, this building here used to be a textile place. And wallpaper. And for many years. And they converted it into a residential building. You can see behind me. There it goes. Fancy entrance and the whole thing. Yeah. So this is 415. This is where the parking lot used to be, and it's no longer a parking lot. It just goes in there to the housing has some kind of compactors in the background, and this is the building here. And that completely covered the view of 415. And there goes that huge building you can see from everywhere. And yeah. 415. I hope these guys own this car, because they own top of these cars. It's disgusting. Folks, there goes the spot where the famous Mr. Softy used to always park there for many years, right by the Whitey Park there. It was Mr. Softy that used to park there. And now they have a fake ice cream truck that says soft ice cream. That's all it says. But for many years, it was Mr. Softy's spot that parked there for many, many years. And that's the Whitey Park as we knew it back then. Folks, behind me is the building. There used to be I guess most of it was a printing press. And the loading dock was back here. There was an entrance here. Well, the building is still here. Now it's a residential building. A luxury residential building. They closed down the loading dock and the whole thing. Anyway, folks, I hope you guys enjoyed this little video. I know it wasn't much, but like I said, I can't walk too much. And it's getting kind of weird out here with the people. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I have to make a phone call because I have to meet somebody that's selling one of my dog tags. Again, my dog tags are back ordered, and as soon as they come in, I will let you guys know. So I only have a few left, and they're all sold out. As a matter of fact, I'm about to go meet somebody up now that's selling one. So Hope you guys have a great weekend. Enjoy the weather, enjoy the time. You know, I know we're going through this pandemic and all this mess, and it's tough times, but we'll get through it. Wear your mask, keep your distancing, and clean your hands and all that good stuff. So my love for Chelsea is great, and I just hate nosy people. Anyway, folks, enjoy your weekend, and love you guys. Love my Chelsea people. Much love, and much love. And I'll see you guys soon. We'll do some more better videos. I still have I have to go down and do the down by the water and all that stuff, but we'll get to it. So Uncle Jesse from Chelsea says he loves you, and have a great weekend, and see you soon.